We all want attention. That's why we're on Instagram the way we are. That's why we're on the social medias. That's why we may wear our masks the way we wear our masks. I was listening to Jay Shetty podcast. He was interviewing somebody. He said it a few times on different interviews. And he was like, there are three faces. There's the face you show to the public.
Right.
There's the face you show to your closest friends and family.
Right.
And then there's one face that is the one that nobody sees.
Which is probably the one that when you're alone and by yourself at home.
On my Instagram, I posted my progress so far with my body goals. So I asked in the next story, I was like, hey, do y'all want to see the progression picture, like my before picture?
Before picture, yes.
Because that was clearly my after. But I was so nervous. The picture I have, that is the face that I don't show anyone. You know?
Yes.
Instagram has brainwashed me to think it can only be perfection on my page.
Man, these lyrics go in. Yeah. Put me up. This is some straight vibes.
Back like we never left.
Going, back to bar to bar. Hey, we going, back to bar to bar. Hey, well, welcome back.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Bar to Bar, where we bring bars from your favorite songs to the bar and we discuss. I'm your host, Nick.
And I'm your host, Will. What's happening? Yeah, I ain't no ATL.
Oh, shoot, where your shot cup be?
Oh, shit, give me my goddamn shot cup.
Where does it go? My side?
Yeah, your side.
I'm all discombobulated. All right, welcome back, y'all. We're just trying to get situated right quick.
Situated.
Clearly, Will's doing great because
we good. We great. She doing great too, y'all.
I am. Just been super busy these past few days. Yeah. These next few weeks are gonna be even more busy. So yeah, but there's always time to get to the bar and crank out these bangers.
Yes, sir.
All right, so guys, this week I brought Doja Cat to the bar, and I'm excited because she's one of my favorites. She's been a favorite of mine for a minute.
Really now?
And when I heard this record, I was like, oh yeah, we got to bring this one because she's in her rap bag now. So
the crazy thing is I've never listened to Doja Cat before other than the mainstream songs that she has that might play on the radio or whatever the case may be.
Right.
But
wait, did I say the name of the song?
Yeah, you said it. It was Attention by Doja Cat.
Okay,
right? Yeah.
It's Attention by Doja Cat.
Yeah. So with that being said, she was spitting some bars. Like she was flowing, and I actually like the flowing Doja Cat. I like that. Yeah,
she's always had. I mean, I feel like that beast has always been in her, but it's come out in different ways. Yeah. It doesn't even surprise me that she has bars. For a lot of people, I think I don't know what's coming up next, but I feel like it'll probably be surprising. But
if it's similar to this, I'll listen to it.
Yeah, for sure. But for me, it's not surprising because she is like one of those multi-talented people. She's like one of those Jamie Foxxes where maybe she doesn't have all the talents, the exact talents Jamie Foxx has, but you know how Jamie Foxx can literally do everything like correctly, like talentedly, skillfully, correctly. He can sing, he can act, he can play. He's classically trained on the piano. It's just like, what do you not do, sir? He's a great host. He's a comedian.
He does everything.
Yeah, for sure. So I feel like Doja is that. Like her dancing is top tier. Like she can put on a really great show. I've watched her performances. They're top tier. I'm like, a lot of the girls aren't doing it. I mean, Beyonce is not in this conversation. Relax. But a lot of the newer girls are, they're not necessarily doing that. And but shout out to Tiana Taylor, who's helping them to understand that you need to be developed.
Versatile.
My gosh.
And Beehive, chill out. She said we're not talking about
right.
Beyonce.
We know Beyonce is still slaying everybody's stage.
We know who Beyonce is. We know. Yeah. We know.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into this record. Let's start with, what do I want to start with? What do we normally start with? What You Pouring, right?
It's either What You Pouring or Check Some ID, whichever one you feel like, you know what I'm saying, should come first. I feel like Check Some ID should come first because you got to check the ID before you pour them a drink, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, so let's check the ID.
So I guess I got to kind of
list
this.
You put your, because I was going to start with What You Pouring.
Either way, I wasn't going to know, but I'm going to guess right now, 2022.
No. It came out like 3 weeks ago. 2023. Like 2 weeks ago. It came out June 16th. So like a week ago or so. Or something like that. I don't know what day it is.
You know what? I'm just gonna take my shot.
Yeah, let's cheers. Let's cheers to you always
Because-
getting it wrong. Yeah, 2023 came out this year a few weeks ago.
And I wanted to say 2023 so bad, but I was like, that's too obvious. It's too obvious. Why? Let's take it back a few months. Dumb
But
it.
didn't she shave? Oh yeah, she did shave her head last year.
That's what I'm saying. But she had less hair than what she has in the music video.
Oh yeah. She has more hair now.
Completely.
Well, anyways,
But either way,
can
neither here nor there.
you see it working?
Like-
now, later.
Now, yes, of course. Later, yes. Previous years, I can see it, but where the musicality, like her lyrics and the bars that she's dropping in here,
Yeah.
definitely. Like you give her a beat, like you know what I'm saying, something simple, and I think she'll tear it up.
But this song, not her. We know she.
I mean, well, yeah, this song, you're right, you're absolutely right. I went a little bit off track there. This song itself, I'm thinking mid teens of the 2000s, like
Okay.
2015, 2016, and up. Not 2000. So 2015, 16, 17, so on.
Yeah.
This could work, but nothing below that.
So musicality wise, and like her flow. I think if she would have released this as one of her first few records, it would have like definitely gone, like definitely back in like 2014, 15 when she was like bubbling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what makes this record so good for right now is if you listen to the words, it's about right now.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? It's about what she's been through as so far. Like, so she couldn't release the lyrics, like the actual bars, when she first started, because she wouldn't have that content. She wouldn't have that experience to, put it
to
in
put
the
this song out. Absolutely, you know what?
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Later on, I feel like the bars will always work, but like I think for her, it may not resonate anymore because she'll probably be over it. Like, I'm done explaining to you bitches why you're stupid.
Yeah,
So,
because a lot of y'all are dumb.
right? And she's basically said she's like checking out of the game pretty soon.
Yeah, leave Doja Cat alone.
She has said some problematic things though.
I mean, yes, she has.
I haven't really paid attention because I don't care, but I don't think they're Kanye problematic shit. I think it's
Whoa. Hold on now. I understand Kanye is Kanye. He is Kanye. Come on now. Leave Kanye.
Like I said, I don't think they're Kanye problematic things, but I do think it's just things that we all say problematic shit. She just happened to say it with a microphone in front of her.
That's
a platform of thousands and thousands, if not millions of people viewing. That's all. But all of y'all say problematic things too. Y'all just don't say it in public.
Or you just don't have the platform that they have. So when you do say it in public, it just goes in one ear and out the other.
Yeah, it doesn't make any noise.
It ain't gonna make Shade Room. It ain't gonna make Baller Alert or whatever.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to what you pour in. So what do you think? What do you think? If this song was a liquor, what would it be?
Man, this song gives me like some like, you know what I'm saying, fuck you, leave me alone type shit. Like
okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying, some hardcore
I feel it.
Rap. Like it gives me the old school hardcore rap type vibe of how she's kicking it, her bars.
Okay.
I'm thinking like a 40.
A 40.
A 40.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually see that.
Yeah, 40.
So I actually said this is done rep for me, but really it's any liquor that's your go-to. Whatever when you go to the bar and that's your go-to, that's what this record is, because this record feels like I'm comfortable in my skin. I'm talking my shit, and she says it. I say my shit with she's not afraid to talk her shit with her chest now. And, it's kind of like, this is my shit. This is who I am. This is what I do. This is what I drink. So for me, that's Don Rep, on the rocks, with a lime.
You gotta have a lime.
Yeah. And for you, what's your go-to when you go to the bar?
Oh, my go-to is always tequila, reposado preferably.
What kind?
Does it matter? If I had to pick one that I prefer, it'd be like Teremana Reposado.
Okay, but that's your go-to?
That's my go-to.
Okay.
Terramana reposado is a go-to.
Yeah.
Automatically the go-to.
Yeah.
Yeah, Terramana reposado. Just a shot. I don't with some lime juice. And I'm good.
I rather just do
You like the
on
lime?
the rocks.
On the rocks with the lime?
Mm-hmm.
I love the lime juice.
Lime juice is cool. What you do? Roses lime or fresh lime?
Roses lime juice.
Roses lime is not. I mean, I can have it in my shot, but I just
No. I mean, I have it in the shot sometimes, but for the most part, I have it on the side and then just chase it. But then again, knowing me, I like to take my shot straight. No chase.
Side note: Roses lime is really a nigga shit, like a nigga thing.
I know.
Like Roses lime is used in drinks, yeah, it's to make a cocktail, but like people just mixing that with, what I think happened?
Just the tequila on its own. It was an
think-
accident. I think somebody did it on accident.
No, I don't think it was an accident. I think most black bars don't carry fresh lime juice.
That too.
Some of them don't. So I think somewhere in the hood or somebody's ghetto spot or something, eventually what happened was people were just or if they ran out for weeks at a time. Or something of the nature, and they just started using roses. The thing about roses is it's sweet, but it's sour, and so it's kind of like instead of just a fresh lime juice that's just sour,
straight sour.
You got that,
yeah. And I tell you what, that rose lime juice, what it does for you, it blocks that taste of the tequila, and before you know it, you're drunk.
Yeah, it's a chaser.
Before you know it, you're fucked up.
It's a chaser with sugar in it,
and it does wonders.
All right, let's move on.
Shout out to Roses. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right, let's go ahead and go about our bar. So my first bar I have is my Taste Good. You know what tastes good. But I had to redirect my cooking. So I just stopped right there because for me, we already talked about it a little bit thus far. Like, she's redirecting. She's changing up her style. She's, I don't know if y'all seen, I don't know if there were tweets or she put it on her Instagram, but she basically said, her last 2 or 3 albums were cash grabs. And it's funny that y'all really fell for the shit. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know what? Bitch, I kind of feel that because them records were great, but I just knew there's more to her. She's like, oh, I can do this and I'm going to do it and it's cool. All right. I just grabbed this cash right quick. It was quick, easy money. And that's kind of how I felt. A lot of people were kind of offended. Oh, damn, you dissing your fans for liking your music and shit like that. And I mean, I agree with that too. I'm not going to hold you. I think that is kind of a slap in the face to some of her artists.
I disagree. Look, man, this industry is about making money. That's all it is. Yeah, your fans are either going to like the music or they're not going to like the music. But like she said, it's a cash grab. So what are you going to do? You're going to either go with the grain of what's making you money right now and then do what you want to do later on to see if that works to make more money, or you're going to go against the grain and then not make money and then try to switch it up later when it's too late and then you don't have no fan base. I agree.
Yeah, but it's a touchy subject because in the event, okay, so music is powerful. Music touches people and it's it's an art form. Right. So imagine a painter just painting just to paint because he's gonna cash out on 100 racks for just that painting.
But
are you really doing it from your heart and your soul, or are you just doing it just to do it because it's a money grab?
Now in her case, whether it's from her heart or her soul, if it touches the fans and they love it and they like it and it helps them get through whatever, or it makes them dance or whatever the case may be, what's the problem?
But the problem is if I'm connecting, okay, you're saying the words and you're saying, you've created the art, but if the artist, him or herself, doesn't even connect to the record or just did it just to do it, what I thought I was connecting to, I'm not.
You can still be connected to it.
We're not saying that we're not saying that she didn't connect to, I'm not saying she said that she didn't connect to any of the records. But when somebody said that's a cash grab, I don't see where there's the connection. That word for me means I just did that shit because I know I can do it and y'all finna eat it anyway. So,
and she just said what every other person is thinking.
You know what it reminds me of? Remember when Kanye put out "Scoop-de-doo-doo, whoop scoop, poop-de scoop."
Scoopity poop.
And then people, and exactly. And literally, we're bringing it up now. Literally, I'm pretty sure he made money off the record.
He did.
People were listening to it. People were criticizing. People were this, that, and a third. Let me tell you what.
That's just proof right there that you could put, if you have a name already, you could do whatever the fuck.
But that's a cash grab.
It is. It is. But the thing is though, Kanye came into the. Kanye
But he
came
made
into the
that
game
clear it
crazy.
was a cash grab
Yeah.
by saying scoop.
But she didn't make it clear until now that the previous music was a cash grab. But with that being said, I don't blame her because you got to get your money.
It might be a cool thing to criticize your music though.
To criticize your own music?
Yeah, because SZA says something similar to the lines of with the Control album, not her first album, but the most popular album she has.
Mhm.
She basically, I don't know if it was a tweet. I don't remember, guys. I'd be all over the damn internet sometimes. But she basically was like, oh, y'all really like that little album for real? Like, y'all really like she said it in the sense like, y'all really like that shit, huh?
That you hear the biggest word is really the smallest word. Lil.
Yeah.
That Lil album.
I don't know. I mean, it was, I read it. She didn't say it out her mouth, so I could have took the context wrong, but I kind of felt like I took it how she meant to say it. Because if you follow SZA, she has kind of dry humor. So
she funny.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But anyways, with redirecting her music, I just kind of feel like I'm ready to see what she got next. But she did say she was going to change up her style, and I'm glad to see that.
And I like it. I do thus far from what I'm seeing with this song, definitely.
All right, let's move on. So the next one I have is kind of a long one, but I have to say it all to make the point.
Of course.
So
speak your mind.
It says I read it. Read it.
I think it's read it.
I'm just gonna say what she meant to say when she's actually speaking English.
Go ahead and speak them. Rap them bars. Rap them bars. Go ahead.
She said, "I read all the comments saying, D, I'm really shooketh. D, you need to see a therapist. Is you looking? Yes, the one I got. They really are the best. Now I feel like I can see you bitches is depressed. I'm not afraid to finally say shit with my chest.
Say it with your chest, little ass nigga.
Listen." I love this one. I mean, listen, once you're aware of like what the fuck is really going on, you can see, yo, bitches is depressed. People are making comments because they're depressed. People are afraid to come out their shell because they're depressed.
Mm-hmm.
People are just moving through life in the way they're moving because they're really fucked up inside, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the actual issue. Here's my thing. One thing that's been really helping me lately with my own insecurities, or if I feel doubtful in myself, or just creating and feeling, weird and unsure of myself, I just keep saying to myself, everyone has insecurities. So even the person who might look at you or look at something you've created and they have some criticism, you have to look at them saying that criticism with them wearing their insecurity on them too.
Everybody.
I mean,
even the most confident person in the world has insecurity.
Yeah.
Now they may wear their shield very well to the point where you cannot figure out what that insecurity is.
Right.
But it's there. And when you touch that nerve, you'll know it.
Oh, for sure.
You'll know it.
For sure, because then they react crazy. You want to know what's wild is even when I have people come up to me, not people. So I'll say, even when I have like my friends and they'll confide in me about something that's bothering them and they're upset. The other day, one of my friends did exactly that. And I was just thinking to myself, one, I knew that they just wanted to vent. It wasn't necessarily they wanted a solution. They were asking me questions because they wanted a solution. But when I would go against what they were feeling, they were looking at me like, no, you're supposed to be on my side almost.
So that's a vent session.
Yeah, so that let me know you don't really want my solution here. You want
to speak your mind.
You know what I'm saying? And further get people on to see your point of view.
Yeah.
Which I saw her point of view, but it was like, I remember thinking like, okay, you may be criticizing this person and not understanding why this person is moving like that, but I can tell in the way you're reacting to it, it's touching a nerve. You have an insecurity here too. I could have told her that, but obviously that wasn't the time and place for it because when I was etching towards it,
they look at you.
Yeah, but I didn't say anything along those lines. I was just saying, the surface level stuff, like
to get to it.
trying to give the other person benefit of the doubt, and they were like, What do you mean?
What you talking
No,
about?
da-da-da-da. And I was like, yeah, it's not the time. But I could see that it was touching a nerve. And I actually was so interested to find out what that nerve was. I was hoping we could get there, but I knew we couldn't.
Not
'Cause
at
I
that
really-
moment. It's one of those things you
Yeah.
got to kind of wait for to discuss
Yeah.
later on because it was too much at that point. I get what you. Yeah.
I really just wanted to be like, what is that nerve? What is that?
What's really bothering you
Yeah,
right now?
not in a gloating way, just
No,
like
no, no,
genuine.
no,
This is my
yeah.
friend. Just
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
concern, like, ooh.
Yeah. So you can legit be a good friend and help her get through whatever it is.
I don't think
that
it was about me. I think it was about her. I wasn't doing it for my own personal gain.
not for your gain. I know you wasn't. I know you
I was
doing it for your
interested
gain.
because I would prefer her to figure that out about herself. This wasn't about me being a good friend or not. I was a good friend regardless. I knew that was going to be that.
It was just you trying to help her open her own eyes
to see something that I already saw, but she didn't see it. I knew she didn't see it in that moment.
Okay.
She didn't realize that she was getting a trigger. Because the way, I'm not going to say it because and I hate that, be that person, but I can't say my friend's personal business. But
of course, no,
y'all know what I mean. Like, when someone set something up, the way the situation was set up, I was like, the problem isn't what you think it is and what you're upset about. There's something under that. And I really just wanted to know, like, what was that? And I feel like if I was able to regurgitate that back to her, then she would have been like, oh, shit.
It'd been like a click. And all of a sudden,
because I would have been the mirror for her.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what I would have been.
Absolutely. Definitely.
So maybe that's what I want. I wanted to serve as the mirror. Not necessarily for me, but you know
for
what I'm saying?
her to see it on herself. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, everybody has insecurities. You bitches really is depressed, so including me.
Internet warriors.
All right, let's move on. So next one I got is looking good, but now they say I'm ugly. Boo hoo, my nigga. I ain't sad. I can't say these words, bro. Okay, let me start over. So looking good, but now they saying that I'm ugly. Boo hoo, my nigga. I ain't sad. You won't fuck me. I'm sad that you really thought your ass was above me. You're lucky because I just got your bills paid with a reply.
Yo, this one of the bars I was hoping you would bring up.
Yeah.
Because
you fucking with it?
I'm fucking with it.
Yeah.
I'm fucking with this bar for real.
Yeah, it's a good one. I do like her stance on the beauty standard though, right now. It's very much, I am who I am. This is what it is.
Yeah.
And I want to go against what you guys want me to do. I want to go against the grain. It's giving, it's probably giving what Christina Aguilera wanted to do when she released the Dirty album. It's probably giving what Rihanna may have further wanted to go even more punk when she released the Good Girl Gone Bad album. Or maybe Rated R after the whole fiasco. Just that going from pop and prim and pop princess superstar to grunge androgynous type feel because you're so annoyed with the cookie cutter image,
because that's the same. I especially agree with you on that with Christina Aguilera because she definitely was the cookie cutter at the beginning of her career.
But that wasn't who she was. They were just trying to make multiple Britneys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But
all of them end up looking like that. From your Britney Spears to your Mandy Moores to Christina to all of them started looking the same. Jessica Simpson. They were all replicas of the same thing.
All blonde, yeah, you're right.
So basically Christina was like, Redman, where you at?
Yeah.
You got Redman of all motherfuckers. Like,
I ain't gonna cat though. That song was fire though.
Yeah, it still slaps.
Still a banger.
It still slaps. It's fun. It's yeah. So, shout out to Christina Aguilera for that shit. That was fire.
Big time.
But, that's what this is giving me. It's not necessarily Doja Cat is. I'm not comparing the music. I'm just comparing the image switch up. You know what I'm saying?
And this goes back to what we were discussing at the beginning of making the money at first, going with the grain at first. And now that she got her bag, she can go against the grain. She did what they wanted her to do at first to make everybody money. Okay. Everybody got paid.
So you play the game. Wait,
you play the game the right way. And what I mean by that is this is just from the outside looking in. I don't know the music industry like that, but this from the outside looking in.
Mm-hmm.
She played the game how she felt was necessary. Go along with what they want.
Yeah.
And then after you give everybody what they want, now it's time to bring out my personal creativeness.
So play the game their way and then
go against the grain and play the game my way now.
Yeah.
So I gave y'all what y'all wanted.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the record label and all that stuff. That's probably what they wanted.
Yeah.
To the clean, the cute look and everything. Yeah. Now I want to do it my way.
Yeah.
So with cutting her hair.
Yeah.
And spitting bars the way that she spit her bars and coming out hard like the way she did with this song.
Do you think that she's ugly though?
No. I don't think Doja Cat
Would you
ugly.
bag Doja right now?
Yeah.
Are you saying that because you don't want to be problematic and canceled, William?
I don't care about being canceled. Who canceled me for what? What I gotta be canceled for?
I'm just being dramatic.
No. I know you just being dramatic. I'm talking to the camera. Who gonna cancel me?
I mean, I feel like
Doja Cat is being herself right now. I feel like Doja Cat is.
I'm not gonna hold you. I don't care for the eyebrows, but I don't like when anybody does eyebrows like that.
Well,
I also am kind of biased because I wish I had better eyebrows when I don't paint them on.
I prefer. I will not lie about this. I forgot about the eyebrow part. I prefer you to have your own eyebrows, not the
Mine are painted on.
Yours are painted on.
Well, they're not painted, but that's what I say. It's makeup.
Yours look fine. It look like you.
But
it looks like if you have thin eyebrows.
I super sparse. I'm kind of hairless.
Didn't she cut her eyebrows all the way off? Like, wouldn't they just gone?
I don't know. Yeah, perhaps. But the thing is, I kind of feel like for us, those of us struggling to keep them eyebrows, nice and full and thick. For you to just like, not just her, because I don't know if her eyebrows were thick before, but these girls, anytime they do that look, I'm like,
yeah.
Some of us are struggling out here, and you just out here just acting like you don't want yours. Give them to me, honey. Nah, it's not a real issue, but I actually don't like that look. There's a few artists have done it. I actually, for a photo shoot a long time ago, my best friend at the time really liked that look. I think Beyonce did it for a photo shoot, and she was like, "Oh, that was a really cool androgynous look. Let's kind of incorporate that element into your photo shoot." And I remember not liking it, but just went with it because I trusted her creative directively.
Right.
I trust her creative direction.
Yes.
And looking back, I'm like, ugh, I hate that I didn't have eyebrows. Like, what the fuck? I hated it. But it's cool. It's cool. You live and you learn. But I just don't like that look. I like eyebrows. I just fucking like them.
Yeah, me too. Now, I can't see myself without no damn eyebrows. Because you see how thick these things are? They've been like this all my life.
Yeah. So, like, for me, I kind of feel like I don't think she's ugly at all. I just don't like the no eyebrow look or the blonde eyebrow look. It's not for me.
Blonde eyebrows make it look like you don't have eyebrows.
Yeah.
When you're already light skinned.
But I would still fuck her.
Hey, 2 times. 1, 2. No, 2 times. God damn it.
Sorry.
1, 2. 1, 2. There we go.
I would still fuck her. I don't fuck girls, but figure of speech. All right, let's continue.
Hey, hold on 1 second. This my nigga, bro. Straight up, guys. This my nigga. All right, go ahead.
I just made her next bar is I just made your stats peak. Now you got a blue check. We're gonna stop right there. Shout out to the death of the blue check, y'all. What do you feel? How you feel about
these niggas that's buying the blue check out there that have never had a blue check before, bro. Y'all are weird. I just want that to be known.
Okay, cool. I'm glad you agreed with Doja because guess what she said? She said having a blue check now means there's a higher chance that you're a complete loser and that you're desperate for validation from famous people. I don't know the source. I didn't have a source. So maybe she said it, maybe she didn't. But
I don't even
that was a quote.
I don't even think it's validation from famous people because famous people know they're famous. I think it's validation from people that are underneath that.
Yeah, but even underneath, because listen, when you're a nobody and you have a blue check and you comment on a famous, like right now, it's easy to get them to think you're somebody.
But
if you buy the fake followers and do all that shit, if you zhuzh it up,
you're right. If you do it right,
you might get a response from Chris Brown. Yeah, you might get a response from 2 Chainz. You know,
if you do it right, you can do that. Just like That's fucking wild. But that goes back to the bar that you brought up a little bit earlier with her saying that you're lucky because I just paid your bill with the reply.
Yeah, exactly.
It goes back to that. Like, the blue check can really do things for you. It can. I just think it's lame as fuck.
Well, right now it can't do anything for you on Instagram because I think Instagram you can still purchase it now. On Twitter, so I think she was saying this, and she might have tweeted this, but I think she was saying this when it came to Twitter because she's more active on there.
Right.
You know, Elon Musk, when he bought it, he was doing the paid subscription thing too for the blue check. Then he took it off, so it's back to normal now. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So she got her blue check back because she had took it off at first.
Right.
When he did that.
Because why the fuck am I paying a monthly subscription for a blue check? I'm verified.
I'm not gonna hold you. I don't really care about blue checks, but I kind of feel like that shit isn't broken. Just leave it as it is. Like the fact that like your Joe Schmoes because you got to think about it. There's a lot more potential for scam.
I could legit buy a blue check as if I was somebody. Then, like you said, go purchase followers as if I was somebody. Yeah. And now it looks like I'm somebody.
Yeah, if you zhuzh it up the right way. I just think there was no, like, I don't understand what that was about. I kind of feel like what was the end goal here? For everyone to have a blue check now? Like, and what would it look like if someone didn't out of the 10,000 people who did? You know what I mean?
Or the 10 million, because there's a lot of people on Twitter. So I think it was
Twitter's back to normal.
Okay, so not Instagram, but I think it was a money reason behind it.
Because people really want it. Let's just get $10.99 from them every month.
Yeah, but then they come, like, for Twitter, I think he came to realize, oh, well, people aren't really buying it. They're celebrities.
Twitter is sacred, bro. He needs to leave Twitter alone. Like, we don't bother nobody.
Twitter don't bother nobody except for the dummies that do stupid shit that end up on Twitter. They get bothered. Well, that's their fault.
Yeah, that ain't got shit to do with us. Us that use it in the way we used it in 2012. And we still use it the same way.
Tweeting and retweeting and replying. That's it.
Like, leave it alone. Like, stop trying to make it. Like, it's not broken. Leave it the fuck alone.
It ain't broke.
Like, let it be what it is.
It ain't broke. Don't.
You know what I mean? But,
Absolutely.
yeah, with Instagram, I just kind of feel like either just do away with all of it or leave it how it is. Because what is the point? Like, I like a world where the people who are validated are people who, you know, have done enough to get that validation. You know what I'm saying?
You earned that blue check.
And I hate saying the word validation because that's the wrong word choice. I don't know. For some reason, I think it just makes sense. It makes sense for Rihanna to have a blue check and I don't right now. That just makes sense in my brain.
It makes sense for Jay-Z, LeBron James.
Only because when it comes to how people can get scammed, or only because, like, if I want to reach, like, I want to know that I'm talking to the real person. I want to know I'm following the actual person, because I can make a fake Rihanna account and have a blue check and zhuzh it up, and now it's easier to get scammed that way. That's how, for me, I think it. Not that I reach out to celebrities, but y'all see what I mean. Y'all get what I mean. Like, I'm not saying like, the people up here need to be validated with blue checks. I actually don't give a fuck about a blue check. I'm just saying the way it was, I don't see the problem with it, and I never aspired for it. It didn't mean anything to me.
Right.
But like y'all see what I mean.
Yeah, the blue check lets you know it's the real person.
Yeah, that's what it is for me. That's you know, in a nutshell. I just want to know, is this the real person? But like, if someone is in my, I remember one time, like, I had released some music, and I know some people who are, you know, famous or have, you know, some clout or whatever. Yeah. Genuine clout, not fake bot shit.
Shit.
But one of my friends was like, "Oh, okay, I seen that blue check in your comments." I was like, "Uh-huh." Like, I'm so cool with this person. Like, I don't even think about the blue. I was like, people are paying attention to whose blue checks are in your comment. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro.
People do pay attention to that
but
shit.
I know this is my real friend. This is the real person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking to, you know, Joe Schmo who zhuzhed it up with a fake, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. Yeah. I agree with you. That's the only reason the blue checks are validated. Yeah.
But RIP to the blue check. I mean, I didn't give a fuck, but
I wouldn't say RIP to the blue check. I would say RIP to the legitimacy
behind
the blue check.
Facts.
There's no legitimacy behind it now because everybody can get it.
But I mean, that goes to her hook though, because like, she's saying, you know, we all just, okay, I'll read it. So it says, she goes on to say how much, like if you want it, you can have it, you can touch it, this, that, and the third. And she's like, it don't need your loving, it just needs attention. To me, that's kind of talking about maybe her ego. Maybe a certain body part, we don't know. But like the ego, like it doesn't really need like you to like fall in love. It just needs your attention.
Yeah.
And then she goes on to say, love me, it needs affection. It needs it fiends attention. It seeks attention. So, I kind of feel like that's how we all feel. We all want attention. That's why we're on Instagram the way we are. That's why we're on the social medias. That's why we may wear our masks the way we wear our masks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was listening to Jay Shetty podcast. You know what that is?
Yep, I know.
I was listening to Jay Shetty podcast, and he was interviewing, I don't know who, but he was interviewing somebody. He said it a few times on different interviews, and he was like, there are three faces. He read it in a book as well. There are three faces. Or there's the face you show to the public.
Right.
There's the face you show to your closest friends and family.
Right.
And then there are faces. Oh, and then there's one face that is the one that nobody sees.
Which is probably the one that when you're alone and by yourself at home.
So listen, recently on my Instagram, and you commented as well, Preacher Will came out in my DMs. And
sure enough did. Had to do some inspirational
Right. Preacher Will made an appearance. But on my Instagram, I, posted my progress so far with my body goals. And so I asked in the next story, I was like, hey, do y'all want to see the progression picture, like my before picture?
Before picture, yes.
Because that was clearly my after. But I was so nervous because that was the picture I have, that is the face that I don't show anyone. I took that picture. I remember waking up and taking that picture and feeling exactly how I looked on the outside, which was a mess and gross. And I was like, enough is enough,
Yes.
And I am so nervous to put it up because I'm like, I don't even show my closest friends this shit. Like there are close friends of, I think my best friend might be the only one who's seen me and my like ugliest worst of whatever, inside and out. But other than that, and that's a maybe, honestly.
Right. Big maybe.
So yeah, I'm just super, super nervous to put it on the gram.
Right.
And I was thinking to myself, because everybody's like, nah, just post it, you were never ill, I'm like, y'all think that I was never ill or gross or how I look because I never showed it to you. I've never posted a picture on Instagram that was unflattering. It's always been sucked or what. I'm the queen of sucking in. If sucking in your gut was an Olympic sport, baby, they gotta find the element that's higher than gold to get me.
Oh,
because honey, I've met, and it's
platinum, diamond.
What? Higher. They haven't found the element yet. That's
winning.
How good I am at sucking my fucking gut in.
No, I feel
and it's a skill that I've learned since I've been battling, body image issues, not necessarily weight, but just body image issues since I was like 10 years old.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's why, and what I told you, what you would do. If you did post it, if you decided to, ain't never no pressure. But if you did decide to, you could be inspirational to somebody else that might check and be like, damn, she did that in how long?
Yeah. And I mean, that's what people were telling me. Somebody commented that. I was like, yeah, I gained weight. I need to be on a journey. I want some inspiration. Some people were just curious.
But
some people agreed with me and was like, yeah, my before picture ain't about to make it to the light.
And that's okay too.
Yeah.
And that is perfectly fine. It's all about what you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
But, and
it's funny because I was like, would people even believe that this was me? Like, would they think that I altered this before pic to make it look even more drastic? But the thing is, like, that particular morning, I happened to look exactly how I felt on the inside.
And that's
I might look like...
was that the particular morning where you said, fuck it, I got to make a change?
Oh, for sure. Because, I knew that before I took the picture because I felt so lethargic and so sluggish, and so I was probably still working at the bar when I took it too. But you know, that was one of the main reasons for leaving nightlife, because I knew that I had to get my shit together, bro. Like I'm not comfortable in my skin.
Right.
You know, when the last few weeks or maybe months or so that we were working together at the last spot, I genuinely felt so uncomfortable in my skin. Remember the Christmas party?
Yeah.
I remember I had a different outfit to wear.
You didn't like it?
It showed way too much skin, and I was like, I'm so fat and gross. I need to cover up. So I put a big t-shirt on. I left my shorts because I was like, thick is good. All right. I left my shorts and I wore thigh-high boots. I made it work, but
you know that if you was to put that outfit on, the outfit that you was gonna wear,
it was
right now. What's about right now?
Oh yeah, right now.
Right now, your ass going out.
Oh yeah. We outside. What's up? What's up? But back then, hell no.
It was just one of those.
Even with the leather, I mean, because it was still winter time, but even with the leather jacket, and, you know, I was still warm enough to be outside, but for me, and I don't even think it was nothing like crazy risque or nothing. Right. It was just like probably a crop or something.
It was your comfort level for how you felt when you looked at yourself.
Even when we were working at the bar, because, you know, we would wear some, you know, tight clothing at the bar and stuff.
Like
I would always have my what you call it tied around my waist, my little jacket tied around my waist, or have it on. Yeah. Because like sometimes by the end of the night, the way my body bloats is out of control. And I still struggle with bloating, y'all. That's so sometimes if you see me and my stomach ain't flat, shut up. Mind your business.
Shut the fuck up.
My bad. You know it, okay. Every single time I think I'm putting it on.
You hit the goddamn find my phone.
Tell me when you see this vibrate. It looks like the notification for it to vibrate, bro.
Yeah, notification for it to vibrate to find it.
No, not for it to make noise. Yo, you don't know how I be so anxious when I'm like need to be quiet when I'm on set on something, and I'm like, which one is it? Which one is it? Which one is it? I'll be like,
it's the half moon.
I'm like, wait. It's the bar. I mean, it's the bell.
The bell and the half moon to put it on.
Well, do not disturb, but some of my stuff still go through, like emails and certain things I still need to go through, so it'll still make noise. Crazy. Okay, anyway, side note. Back to the.
You so funny.
Back to the side. Back to the what you got.
Yeah, back to the bar.
Yeah. I just kind of feel like I want to put the picture up. I do. I'm probably just gonna put it to my stories because I don't think I'm just being honest, bro. I'm not comfortable with just keeping that shit just on my fucking post. Instagram has brainwashed me to think it can only be perfection on my page. And I know all y'all feel the same way too. But you know what I do like about myself right now?
What do you like about yourself?
I'm coming into this space right now where, especially on my stories, I'm like starting to take the face that I only show the public. I'm starting to move towards the face that I show my close friends and my,
and your family.
Yeah.
That you can show that to the public as well.
Yeah. Okay. Only because I was looking at some of my old, you can archive your stories and shit. And I was looking at some of my old shit and I was just like, man, I'm always just on here trying to act like I'm so prim and proper. And the stories where you put the filter and we're all like, look at me, I look gorgeous. And that's totally fine. I'm still going to do that.
Yeah.
But I was like, you don't have a personality. And like the podcast is making me feel like, bro, show more of yourself. Like I love that when you look at the podcast, there's people who's probably known me in my life. It's like, I didn't know that she had this personality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's probably because I just didn't talk to you. But at the same time, it's okay if you see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to hide it. And I just kind of feel like on my stories, I have a lot more fun when I'm like, maybe make like the second picture was me making a silly ass face. And I put the disclaimer, like, I don't know if I want to show that was me really nervous. And I didn't take 1,000,000 of them before I posted it. I just did one and boom.
Yeah. So with you, but you know what? That just goes to show your confidence level.
It's rising because of the
and it's not no cocky shit. It ain't none of that. It's you your confidence level. You're coming out that shell that you might have had.
Cheers. Shout out to you.
I ain't got no shot right now, but cheers
It's all
to
good.
the self.
It's all good. Cheers to something.
Mm-hmm. Cheers to that confidence, man. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. So I think right now maybe I'll just put it on my stories. Maybe later I'll put it.
Man, do it when you feel like you're ready to do it. When
Yeah.
when you're confident and knowing that you're okay with that.
But I hate that Instagram got me in that chokehold like that.
I mean, I feel
Like,
like
that goes to show me
I don't
that-
even feel like that's just Instagram. I think that's the world itself. And I ain't gonna lie.
Because I would never go out like that in public.
You know what I'm saying? That's the world itself.
But
that's
Instagram,
got people who feel like that.
But
Instagram
I feel like
is just at home.
Yeah, but think about it. TikTok, you can show yourself like that. It doesn't matter.
Well, TikTok is different.
That's
TikTok
what I'm saying. That's why I said I hate that Instagram put me in that chokehold.
It's not
because the way I use it, the way I utilize it, the way I use it.
Oh yeah, that is true. You do use it a certain way. So if you use it a certain way, yeah, you're right.
And most of us do. Yo, Instagram is the highlight reel. Ain't no L's on your Instagram. And the people who may like cry or this and a third or do whatever, it looks like you're seeking attention because this is the platform where you only show your highlight reel. Go to TikTok if you want to be the real person, who you really are. You know what I mean?
I don't be on TikTok like that, so I don't know.
But you've scrolled through TikTok. You know people be on there.
I be on there.
Yeah,
they don't be giving a fuck.
Instagram? No.
Okay.
Some people, like your comedians, they don't care. Yeah, like Pretty V. But that's her art form. That's how she expresses herself.
She's so damn funny.
But on a regular basis, your average human is not just out here, wig pull back, talk about some what the fuck. I just listened to a whole story today on TikTok. Well, yesterday on TikTok about this girl telling me her whatever she had going on, but she had her bonnet on, robe on. I was like, yeah, kicking it with her. I wasn't judging her like, ooh, you on Instagram, dude, looking like that.
Drop your shit.
Like, it was so normal.
Yeah.
So that's why I said I hate that Instagram has me in a chokehold. Like that's fucked up. Like, clearly this is more than an app to you.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's just me being vulnerable, y'all. All right, let's move on. I think I got one more bar and we can move on. Look at me. You're looking. And she also said, look at me. I'm naked. You heard that part.
I'm reading it, but I heard that too. I did hear it. Cause she come on now.
No, I was just trying to make a point with, you're naked. Like, we all look.
Everybody gonna look. I was watching a music video. She said, look at me, I'm naked. I did look up. But you can't be naked on YouTube. So what the hell am I looking up for?
Yeah, but she had a see-through shirt on.
I ain't even see. Oh, she did. You're right.
Yeah.
Didn't even think about that.
Yeah, she had a see-through shirt on.
She did.
Thirst traps. That's what it reminds me of. Look at me. I'm naked. Or you looking? And that's just kind of how Instagram is for me. I don't know. I'm relating this whole thing to Instagram. That's how I connect with the song. Because I think in my world, that is the only place where I feel like, look at me on Instagram. When I used to do YouTube, maybe, but that was more so like with the art of it all. But like I said, we all just want attention. Look at me. You looking? Like I feel like everybody when they post, that is literally what they're saying. Look, even when we post for the pod.
I mean, that is.
Look at me. You looking?
Are you watching? Did you like it? Did you? You know what I'm saying? Give us some feedback.
It's almost like self-deprecation in self-criticism, but also in help me out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird that just those few bars for me is like all in one. Sometimes, let me know if I'm not making sense, Will, because honestly, sometimes
you're making
things
sense
make sense in my brain, but I don't always know how to say
it out loud, and it might come out weird. Now, if you were saying some crazy shit, I would have gave you
only because I feel more than I word.
Right?
Does that make sense?
You know what I just realized?
What?
The TV's
on. Oh, it's okay. We're already like halfway through the show.
Yeah, we're beyond that.
As long as the video's there and the audio's there, I don't care.
We can make everything else work.
All right, we turned it off. As long as the video and the audio's here, we're good.
Audio check.
Yeah.
Video check. Hey, we got a show.
Yeah, we both didn't realize that was on. But anyways, because that's what I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna be like, I wasn't recording the whole thing.
No. I'm on that. We not having that issue again.
Right.
It's just the TV on it. shit. Fuck that.
But yeah, like sometimes when I say things, I mean, when I feel things, I feel it more than I know how to articulate it.
Understood.
So yeah. All right, let's move on. I think the last one I got actually is, oh, okay. I like this one because this was, I don't know, this was endearing to me in a sense. She said, I paid all my respect to those who taught me how to make it. And now I reap the benefits with no confrontation. Y'all fall into beef, but that's another conversation. I like that because in the world of female rap, we know that there's always this huge fucking annoyance with who came first. And for some reason, it's more prevalent with the women than it is with the men. I mean, it's prevalent in the men, not prevalent. It's an issue sometimes in the male.
Sometimes.
You know?
Sometimes.
Male rapper world.
Yeah.
But with female rappers, it just seems, I think it was it started, I don't know if it started here. It could have started somewhere else. But, you know, the most famous one is the Nicki Lil Kim beef. You know, the GOAT versus, you know, the freshman. And now Nicki's the GOAT, and it was like her versus Cardi. You know what I'm saying? Since then, it's kind of been smooth, but now I think Nicki has an issue with Lotto.
But then Nicki had an issue with Remy. Remember that? When she went
yeah.
back and forth with Remy Ma.
But I don't think that was about who not paying homage.
What? It wasn't?
I don't
remember what the beef was about. I ain't gonna lie to
you
with that one. But I know the homage definitely for Lil Kim, definitely with Cardi.
I'm not gonna hold you. Nicki lost a lot of cool points for me with the Cardi thing.
That and then the other, so correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if you heard about this. I be listening in and out when it comes to some of these celebrity, especially the celebrity beefs or whatnot. But then Nicki also had beef with other not minor, but up and coming female rap artists because they worked with Cardi. But so because they worked with Cardi, she didn't want to work with them, type of thing. Or wasn't there some issues like you said, Lotto, for instance?
I mean, that could have been. I
don't know the full reason, obviously.
Yeah, I never claimed to like know for real because I don't know Nicki. I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Everything's hearsay. It was some of that. We heard that. It was a little bit of all of that bullshit. But my thing is just like, I kind of feel, I don't know. I feel like there was some validity to some of it, and whatever was going on, I just felt like she just lost cool points with me with the whole Cardi thing, because Cardi really was just like why Cardi didn't have no issue with nobody else is my thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like I was like, yo, if Cardi was the villain,
she hasn't had issues
or
with
some
nobody.
type of villain, not necessarily the villain, but some type of, I kind of feel like there would have been a few more issues with some other GOATs in the game or some other female rappers in the game. And
I'm not gonna lie, I would love to hear another song with Cardi B and Nicki Minaj.
Leave it alone, let it go.
I mean, yeah, leave it alone now, but to have had them collab, like legit collab and go in, I think that would have been fire. One time. And they did pretty good together. I'm saying though, like,
I mean, the beef furthered after that.
I know.
It was supposed to just nip it in the butt, but it.
What I'm saying is, I'm talking about if that beef never happened, to have heard a legit song between them two would have been fire. Outside of the one collab that they did have, which was the song with them and Migos. So then you
was that Motorsport?
Motorsport, yeah. Then you got Cardi, who just did a song with Glorilla. She not just, but did a song with Glorilla. She also did a song with was it Brooke? Lola Brooks. Mm-hmm. And then she just did one with Lotto.
But here's the thing, like, she learned the lesson. She understood, like, bro, you can't just be out here trying to gatekeep female rap. That's what it was giving.
Yeah.
It wasn't giving, I want to share this platform with everyone. Remember how she like completely like demolished, what was her name? I love her too, Iggy Azalea. It was just like, okay, I get it. A lot of people don't really fuck with Iggy like that. They were like, who's this white girl from Australia trying to rap? Okay, fine, but what was the point of like going that hard at her? It was kind of like picking on somebody below you. Like you know how bullies bully the little kid? That was the vibe it was given. So she lost some cool points with me for that because it's not like, oh, I love Iggy. Da, 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 da. It's more like, well, why are you doing? Why does it have to? Why do you have to go that far?
I didn't even know they
Like,
had.
leave her alone.
I didn't even know they had issues.
No, she was going too far with it. It was like, leave her. Like, okay, we don't fuck with her for real like that. Okay, maybe we do, maybe we don't. Some of her songs I do actually like. Not gonna hold you. When she first came out, before she started fucking with her face. But anyways, when she first came out, I was like, yo, I actually like she kind of cool. I don't mind it. It don't bother me. But like, you know, T.I. signed her.
Yeah, I know.
So, anyways,
Grand Hustle for a minute.
I don't know what else happened, but maybe there's some stuff that we don't know behind the scenes. So whatever. I'm still a Nicki fan. It's just I'm still gonna say just because I'm a fan don't mean I can't call you out. Like I'm still my friend's friend, but I'm gonna call them out when they do some dumb shit.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, same thing. But anyways, back to Doja. It's just kind of like I love that, you know, she really is just living her life.
And staying out the way.
Right.
Staying out
I think that's the
way.
best way to do it. She got her issues and she just focused on her business and what she got, the issues she got. She's not worried about this and the third. And the fact that she does pay homage is beautiful because, you know, when you're an artist, it is, you know, you're putting yourself out there for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
You're putting your emotions, you're expressing yourself out there. So I kind of feel like, you know, paying homage means that I see what you did before me, sis. Let me carry that baton.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let me pass
like
the torch.
Relay,
I got you.
It's a relay race.
Yeah.
You mind if I bring up a bar?
No. Go ahead.
This one stood out to me as I was listening to the song. Why she thinks she Nicki M? She thinks she hot shit. I never gave a F. Go stir the pot, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
For those, and that right there is. Like with this song, how she rapping, spitting bars, or for the pop shit that she was doing before this, and how Nicki was obviously doing popping things and how she raps as well. Why does there have to be a comparison? Because that's where it comes back to the comparison of she thinks she Nicki. No, she don't think she Nicki. She never said she was Nicki. She never. And that's where the stir in the pot comes from. That's where sometimes beefs can come from as well. We all know. Yeah. Somebody stirring the pot, whether it be fans or it be other people, analysts or not analysts, but you know what I mean, like other people that speak on music and whatnot, saying, "Oh, Doja Cat coming up could be the next Nicki M type shit." Like, no, Doja Cat is being Doja Cat. That's it.
But here's the thing, that comparison doesn't come. It's just a tale as old as time. That's all it is. Women are always pitted against each other.
I hate that. I hate that because I hate that so much because I feel like.
But you notice there was room for NSYNC and Backstreet Boys.
NSYNC, Backstreet Boys.
Matter of fact, you know the person who created them created both.
It was room for what?
There was room for DMX and Ja Rule.
DMX and Ja Rule.
There was room for both Jay-Z and Nas.
Murder Inc. and Rough Riders to go bigger. You know what I'm saying?
It was room for all of that.
That's what I'm saying. But
as soon as it's females, it's like Rihanna or Beyonce. And it's like, what the fuck? First of all, they're not even similar artists. Second, why? Even with my favorite podcaster, shout out to Horrible Decisions, they did an episode where they got pretty vulnerable and emotional on one of their episodes because one of them had a studio and a show, right? Outside of, you know, obviously the pod, but that's, you know, and then the next one, the other one eventually got a show as well, a different show, different network and everything. And also opened up her studio.
Right.
And they were getting a lot of flack, like, "Oh, you think she's copying you, or this, that, and the third?" And it's just like, what the fuck? So one of them should be successful, and one of them shouldn't.
That's what I'm talking about. Just like if this shit for us takes off, when it does take off, and I branch off and do whatever else I'm doing, as long as I'm still holding up and coming back, and we're maintaining bar to bar, and then you branch off, it's like, oh, why is she branching off now? Why she got to do it? Why she No, she's not copying, because we are not always going to want to do the same thing over and over and over again. People branch off to make their own decisions, their own money, and do other great things.
And listen, like, it does go back to, like, everyone has insecurities. The person who's saying, oh, you're copying her, that actually brings out something in you. You're afraid to do something because you feel like maybe you'll get called out for allegedly copying, or maybe you want to do that too. You don't have the means right now, so that hit a trigger. So
what do? You lash out.
So the thing is, your subconscious will probably kick in, and that makes you think that no, it's not that I'm jealous. It's that I think she's copying, and it's like, do you think she's copying, or do you think that you wish you would have done it?
Is she really copying?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you on that one. That's where I come back to that bar. Like Doja Cat is not copying Nicki Minaj, and
if she was, it works. So
and if that was the case, we will never know. You know why? Because we not Doja Cat.
Yeah.
Shout out Doja.
Yeah, for sure. I do think both are problematic in their own ways. I do think both are amazingly talented in their own ways, and I think both have crazy similarities.
Don't mean
but there's room for all of it. So
absolutely,
I think
you don't have to like Doja Cat. You don't have to like Nicki Minaj.
Are you a fan of Doja?
I've never only music I've heard from Doja Cat is whatever is played on the radio. So I'm not gonna call myself a fan. However, this song right here has possibly made me a fan because I like what she was saying. I like the different.
Will is so PC, y'all. Y'all gotta love it.
I mean, I fuck with Doja after this song. Before, I didn't really fuck with her like that, but that's just my honest opinion. I'm not gonna call myself a fan, but she might have just gained one. For sure. I'll give her a listen.
Okay, yay.
But yeah, all these folks, man. All right, those are cool as fuck though.
Okay, so I don't really have an 86, but I was thinking to myself, so I didn't want to. I had a different one, but I don't want to pit females against each other. But there's enough of that. So like, if you could, experience a day in the life of your favorite male rapper, like not be them, just like be with them, beside them. You know what I'm saying? Or like it doesn't have to be a favorite, just male or female. Or it could be your favorite, whoever. Yeah. Favorite male rapper. What did I just say, bro? I'm over here jumbling my words.
If you could walk in their shoes, but not be them, but just walk with them for a full 24 hours.
Yeah. Would you pick a female rapper or a male rapper?
I'm doing male rapper. That's just me. And that male rapper is gonna be Kanye West.
Thank you guys for tuning into Bar to Bar. This has been another great episode.
Yay!
I mean, no, I don't have no issues with Kanye. I just kind of feel like right now in the climate, you would want to.
Yeah, definitely right now. Why not? I want to know what Kanye West got going on. What is he doing? Because he's not in the limelight no more right now.
He got remarried.
What is he has planned? What does he got going on? What's next with his music?
I'm not gonna hold you. So at the Louis Vuitton show, where Pharrell just did creatively directed it, I thought the music was Kanye. It was so reminiscent. You know, Kanye loves that choir church hip hop feel, and we don't really hear other artists do that outside of him. Maybe I can't and never say this man's name. What's his name? Toby. I don't know. Something.
Toby.
But y'all know who I'm talking about. He be with his wife.
He be with his wife, Fat, and his kids all the time. If his wife,
I thought if it wasn't Kanye, it was maybe them.
If his wife and kids can't go, he don't go. I respect that. Toby is from Houston. I listen to all his music. He's fire.
Does he have this church-esque feel?
He does. He does some on some of his songs.
I feel like I've seen performances where it was like a choir-esque.
Yes, he definitely, bro. Toby's fire.
Okay. Anyways, I would
what
pick...
celebrity? Yeah, what celebrity would you pick?
So you would go male.
Yeah, I'm choosing Kanye West.
I don't mind doing Doja. I know that sounds... But if I had to choose male or female right here and right now today, yeah, I think it would be. You know what? I might...
So why don't we do it like this? If you had to pick a male, who would you pick? If you had to pick a female, who would you pick? So for me, I picked a male, right?
There's no 86 in that.
Are you 86 and something?
Yeah, you're eliminating
the male or the female. Yeah. Oh, okay, never mind. So I picked the male. All right, go ahead. So where do you?
Because I was like, I kind of want to actually after this Pharrell thing, I kind of want to like chill with Pharrell right quick.
Hey man,
spend a day with Pharrell. I feel like it could be a little sauce. Like I get some sauce.
Pharrell is definitely one of the greats, and you would definitely get some sauce.
He's more producer than rapper, but he's rapped and sing somewhere.
You can go.
It's part of hip hop.
You can go back. We can go back with Pharrell. We all know that though.
Yeah, I think I might choose male too. Doja's yes, of course, but I think before Doja, if it was just my only chance, I gotta spend a day with Pharrell.
Yeah, I
gotta
like
spend a day.
That's a good choice.
All right, well, let's go ahead and tip the bar and get out of here.
My tip for the bar is stop pitting these female rappers against each other. I wish. I mean, I don't think this is really a tip, but it is what it is. Take it how you want. I would like for more female rappers to collaborate and to enjoy making music together and it not be a competition. I mean, it could be a healthy competition, obviously. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. But not a competition to the point where, man, fuck that bitch type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it shouldn't be like that, man. Y'all should be working together. Because y'all can make money together too. I mean, all the dudes make money together.
Honestly, it's not happening too much now because
I mean, not
on
so
the
much right now. Yeah, but still.
Have you heard the remix to Lola Brooks song?
Which one?
I can't remember. What is it called? You know the one. Don't play with it.
Yeah.
There's a remix, and there's like everybody's on that bitch.
Oh, I ain't heard that one. All I know is
they had a video and everything. Shit fire. I actually wanted to bring that to the bar, but I was like, I'll wait.
You can do that next time.
I'll wait.
I know the one. Obviously, the only one I know is the one with Cardi.
Oh, tomorrow. That's Glorilla.
That's tomorrow. No,
that's not Glorilla.
Oh no, that's right. That is Glorilla. That's tomorrow. Never mind.
Not you mixing up that girl. That's because we out here. We flooded. Remember when it was only Nicki?
Yeah, I remember. And now you got Glorilla. You got Low. Yeah, this shit's fire. I like it.
Shit's wild. My tip would be, I think it's basically goes back to what we say. Look, we all got insecurities, and like for real, just kind of figure out what's inside of you that's making you feel that maybe that envy or that criticism. Sometimes even when I scroll, here's a good one. Sometimes when I scroll and I see someone who's normally quiet, say something or like show them more of their personality on Instagram or anywhere, right? Not TikTok though, but on Instagram. Sometimes on TikTok too, maybe, because I like to watch people I don't know. So if I see someone I do know, it's kind of like, oh, you're doing that on the internet? But it's like, that triggers me. That has nothing to do with that person.
Right.
That person's just being themselves and doing what they do.
Yeah.
But for me, it triggers me because it's like, I would never do that. Oh my gosh, could you imagine if I did it?
Right.
It triggers me. So my tip is like, just see what triggers you and have that like stop you and able to take a step back before you criticize. Because really what you're doing is criticizing yourself.
Right.
And, don't criticize yourself. That's not fun. Just be honest with yourself. The criticize.
Yeah.
Alrighty, that's about it.
Shout out.
Thank you guys so much for coming to the bar. Of course, you can follow us on our social media platforms.
There you go.
I always want to say all. I always want to.
You got it.
It's TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Bar to Bar Podcast. You can follow me on Instagram. And eventually, when I change my name on TikTok, it'll be Nick Tracy, NIC.TRACY.
You can follow me on Instagram at KAP_ransom.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you guys so much.
Thank y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to the regulars. Shout out to the newcomers. Become a regular. Like, comment, follow, subscribe.
If you're on YouTube.
All that.
All right, guys. See you next time. We out.
Yeah.